Hey everybody, welcome to the Pretend Pundits. If you like the content we're putting out, please consider giving this video a like, subscribing to the channel, and turning on notifications to be notified every single time we go live or upload a video. You can even join in the conversation with us by joining the Discord. The link will be in this video description. Now sit back and enjoy. Here we go then, boys. Episode number 3 of our Pretend 11 series. We've got this time the all-time best 11 to never have won a Premier League. Now, just to be clear, this doesn't include people that have won an old English division title. It's going to be a little bit more recent. As always, we're going to stick to a 4-3-3 from now on, but it could be completely scuffed as we go along because that's just how we roll. For example, I've got a predominant career winger at left back. You'll see when we get into that. But yeah, let's get straight into it then. Aidan, do you want to kick us off with a goalkeeper for this team?
Yeah, so I've got Pepe Reina.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I've got exactly the same, Pepe Reina. Sean?
So I had Pepe Reina, and then I crossed him out for Hugo Lloris, World Cup winner, and has never won the Premier League,
Okay.
and will never win the Premier League.
Well, I was going to say, I've gone on the assumption that these players aren't going to win one. So you're probably right. If he stays at Spurs, he's never going to win a Premier League. But
Yeah, he's never winning one.
yeah, so like for example, I've not put Haaland in here because he hasn't won a Premier League, but he's going to.
He's got to.
Yeah.
Yeah, not this season though.
Wow.
Why are you going to win the league?
No. We're not going to win the league.
As you said it.
Oh, I thought we had him there.
I'm pretty sure you're not insinuating that United are going to win the league. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good shout. To be fair, I like Hugo Lloris, but I don't know. It was only a couple of weeks ago that you said he could be replaced at Spurs, and he's not. Like Pickford would replace him. So
Yeah, but he was great. He was brilliant. He did win the World Cup. Did he win the Euros as well with France?
No, they lost to Portugal.
Yeah.
Was it Portugal? Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. So yeah, if you're talking about, he's got over 100 caps, I'm sure, for France. Pepe Reina didn't even start predominantly for Spain, did he?
No, but he's got a World Cup under his name, hasn't he? The 2010 World Cup.
Oh yeah. I think
Casillas
I
was
wanna say
first
no.
choice, wasn't he?
Obviously, Casillas was first choice, yeah.
Yeah.
It's always going to be a tough one for him when you've got Casillas and fucking, was it Victor Valdez?
Yeah.
Oh, Victor Valdez.
And then afterwards, De Gea.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. Who's going to go with them, boys?
I'm going to stick with Pepe Reina on this one. I think that.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going to stick with Pepe.
Only purely because Lloris technically still has a chance to win one.
Yeah, very slim chance, but there is a chance. Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys have both voted for him, that's fine.
Like, let's say Lloris does drop down the pecking order at Spurs, and then he goes to Man City as a second keeper or something. Possible, right? On a free transfer.
Maybe.
Something ridiculous like that, like with Willy Caballero, for example. Yeah, okay, Pepe Reina in goal then. Defence. We normally start with left back. So I'll kick us off with my left back, who only played left back for about a year. And this is the kind of standard of the amount of forwards that was in the availability for this. Like, you look at how many amazing forwards there've been. I've had to get one in at left back. My left back is Gareth Bale.
I've done Gareth Bale as well.
What, in left back?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, only because he did play left back for a bit. Obviously, he's not left back, but he had to go in somewhere. I've got another 6 forwards that I had to narrow down from, so I couldn't put him at left wing.
I've got Gareth Bale, but he's obviously...
You got him in your forwards?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, my left back, which obviously people might disagree with this, but I feel like this person should have got a move to a bigger club, and he would have won the Premier League. So I'm going to go with Leighton Baines.
Ooh.
Because I just think he was fucking sheer class, and he just never got that move, and he was stuck at Everton.
I like
I
the
think
shout. I do like the shout.
so. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Leighton Baines.
I can understand that. He was a good player.
Yeah,
I don't think he was ever the best in the league at any one time, though. But he was good.
Yeah, but if you got the move to the right club,
Yeah, maybe.
it'd have definitely survived instead of being stuck at fucking Everton.
did he get many starts for England? I don't think he did he?
No, because there was obviously Ashley Cole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one was getting in over Ashley Cole, were they?
I don't know about Leighton Baines, I mean, obviously he is more of a left back than Gareth Bale was, but I don't know. I don't think he was ever rated that highly, was he?
He's in the same sort of category as John Arne Riise, isn't he?
No,
Where
I'd
is-
say he's higher than John Honorisa.
Oh.
Like he did a lot more than John. Like he could have done a lot more than John Honorisa. John Honorisa was at Liverpool, and what did he win? Champions League. Fair enough. That's it. Do you know what I mean? Like they
What
never
did he
won.
win?
You know what I mean? Like they never really pushed on, like won loads of titles. Whereas if Leighton Baines got that move to like United that was being rumoured for years, he'd have won everything. And then people would have been like, "Fucking hell, Leighton Baines, one of the best left backs in the world because he's won everything."
Yeah.
Yeah, the free kicks, the penalties, assists, goals. I think that's personal opinion. Personal opinion.
No, I get that. I don't know. I feel like I think obviously if you were going to say who's a better player between Baines and Bale, it's Bale. But
Well, yeah.
it's the left backness of the player.
So I've obviously you both picked Bale. I've picked Baines. So I will let you two decide on this one.
Yeah. What do you think, Sean?
This is purely
Bale.
down to you two.
Let's go Bale.
You're going to stick with Bale? Okay, that's fair enough. I think, like you say, the left backness of Baines would probably be enough to push him over the edge. But
We've got 3 votes for it because Aiden's got him in his team as well. So we'll just have to maybe play Leighton Baines at left wing. Sorry.
Yeah,
and we'll see how you fare there.
Yeah.
potentially. Right, moving on. Then we've got centre backs. Sean, give us a centre back from your team.
Lauren Koscielny. I think he was.
What?
Lauren Koscielny. I think he was. Yeah, I mean, he left a bit of a rap for the way he left, but I think he was a rocket centre back for us at a time when we needed a rocket centre back. We had Squillaci, and later on we had Mustafi, and Koscielny was always key and played there week in, week out. I thought he was phenomenal. We bought him for 10 million from a second division French club. He had that bit of a calamitous moment against Birmingham in the League Cup final, but other than that, I think he was pretty solid.
I'm a bit shocked that
That's throwing me off. I'm not gonna lie. I really did not expect Lauren Koscielny.
Okay.
I thought he was a magnificent player.
Especially when you was calling him a rat. That proper threw me off. Okay, so I've gone with my first one is Jamie Carragher.
Okay.
What's yours, Andy?
My first one is Marcel Desailly.
See, I've got Marcel Desailly on the other centre back.
I'm just thinking, I was waiting for you to go Carragher, Desailly. You've gone Lauren
Yeah.
Koscielny.
Okay, should we just do both our centre backs?
Yeah, go for your own, mate, Sean.
Who's the other one, Sean?
Martin Skirtle.
What's going on
Stop
here?
Stop the recording. We're being punked. Where's Ashton Kutcher? Where's Ashton Kutcher?
I just think in terms of the quality, if they went to a better club, but not than Arsenal, because obviously Arsenal's the greatest team. But if Koscielny played at, say, City in their pomp, he would have far more respect on his name. And Martin Skirtle, other than his red cards that he loved picking up, he was really important to that Liverpool side when he wasn't available. They had to play some right dog shit defenders.
I'll give you that.
Especially the same as Leighton Baines.
He was the best of a bad bunch.
He was great.
Skirtle was Nemanja Vidic from Wish.
I'm not being funny.
Yeah, but Nemanja Vidic won the Premier League, didn't he?
Daniel Agger? I'd have picked him over Skirtle.
Would you?
Personally, yeah. Daniel Agger was fucking a beast.
Oh.
But right, so you've got Koscielny and Skirtle. I am thrown off. I can't even just put those names together properly. So I've gone Carragher and Desai.
I've got Desai as my first choice. My second choice, it was Carragher, but I switched it to Javier Mascherano.
Yeah, see, when they played together, when it was Mascherano and Skirtle, because Mascherano typically played at centre defensive mid, in front of the defenders, and then when he went to Barcelona, played at centre back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought Skirtle and Mascherano and Aga, they had like a really good trio. Not a Liverpool fan, but personally, I just thought that Skirtle was immense.
I mean, yeah, Skirtle wasn't he wasn't a bad player, but I think if you're looking at players who haven't won the Premier League, you've got Carragher, big Liverpool player.
I don't think he was that great.
I don't think Carragher was that great. But
I mean, he still won the Champions League.
He had a lot of seasons. I think he had, 16 or 17 seasons in the Prem?
Yeah.
But for me, Mascherano there's a little bit of a personal influence on this. So it was one of the players that Alex Ferguson said he wishes he was able to sign. If he could have gone back to get a signing before. I can't remember the interview, but Alex Ferguson said he would have Mascherano. And I think you're right in what you said about he more often played as a holding midfielder. But when you see my three midfielders I've got, you'll understand why I've not put him in the midfield. Because I struggled for good centre-backs, and I think you did as well, Sean, by the fact you've put Koscielny and Skirtle in there. But, yeah, to be fair, centre-back was a hard choice, I'll give you that. But
yeah.
I'll agree that Desai was a monster.
Yeah.
Not at Chelsea though. He wasn't. I think he underperformed at Chelsea.
But
didn't he? He won the World Cup and then went to Chelsea and then kind of fizzled out, didn't he?
Yeah, I think what you've got to consider here is how good the player was.
Yeah.
If Ronaldo had never won the Prem at Man United but still spent all the amount of time there, you'd still say he's in the team, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I get that.
So Desai, and then the second spot, I'm going to throw my right back choice in as well because they're technically a centre back as well.
There's my right back.
Is Sami Hyypiä.
That's why I've got a right back.
Because he was very well decorated for someone who never won a Prem. 10 trophies he got at Liverpool.
Yeah.
And he was I thought he was quite a good player. I think, like you say, the problem that Liverpool had is they had good players, but they had also an equally bad mix of bad players.
Yeah.
Alongside, your Gerrard and Suarez, Torres. They had a good spine of the team, but the surrounding players were just terrible.
Yeah.
So, Sean, right back?
Kieran Trippier. I think he's a phenomenal player, and he's had a great. Admittedly, he was at Spurs, but solid at Spurs. I don't know why they sold him to Atletico Madrid. He's been amazing for Newcastle. I don't think he's ever going to win the Premier League because he's 32 now. I think his last big move is gone.
Yeah.
Unless Newcastle get their shit together, I don't think he's winning the Premier League. He might bring in that new era, but I don't think he'll never win the Premier League with Newcastle.
I like
he'll get a big move.
Trippier, actually, I have to say. I think, again, as I said, when I was picking my team, it was players that I knew don't have a chance to win it.
Mm-hmm.
But all things considered, I think I'm happy to change to Trippier for right back because I think you make a good point. He is a really good player. He's been one of England's best right backs, I think, for a little while as well. It's just.
But Sammy in midfield. In centre back then with Desai.
Sami Hyypiä in the centre back.
Yeah.
Happy with that?
Yeah. I've got a lot of respect for Sami Hyypiä. I think he was solid.
Lovely. So let's just get that in.
And Jamie Carragher kind of played at right back more than he played at centre back. He kind of moved to centre back towards the end of his career, didn't he? Or mid to end of his career.
Who, Carragher?
Even for England, they were putting him as a backup centre back, backup right back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's just one of them players that doesn't stick out for me. biggest memories of him are mostly from punditry, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
I had no interest in the Liverpool team, and he wasn't stand out from them. So lovely. So that completes the goalkeepers and defenders. Then that's one seemed quite easy. Pepe Reina, Gareth Bale at left back, Sami Hyypiä, Marcel Desailly at centre backs, and then Kieran Trippier right back. Lovely. Right, the midfield three then. Sean, if you want to kick us off with your first midfielder.
The best midfielder to have never won the Premier League, Luka Modric.
Oh,
Yeah, he's in my team as well. He's my first choice.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Yeah.
Most decorated, isn't he? Won the Ballon d'Or.
I was going to say, there's not many players on this list that have won the Ballon d'Or. But yeah, Modric is he's on there for me, without a doubt.
Yeah. Not the greatest at Spurs. I think he definitely had the best part of his career at Real Madrid.
By miles, yeah.
Yeah, but he's a monster. He still is, and he's 35. He's still doing it for Real Madrid.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yeah. I think even as recent as the other night when they played Liverpool, you look at the kind of things he can produce in the game, the shots, the passes, just controlling the tempo of a game alongside Kroos. I think the Kroos and Modric are sort of the old generation. They're being looked up to now by your Tchouaméni and your Camavinga at Real Madrid. So, yeah, easy choice for me, Modric.
Yeah, Modric.
Aidan, talk us through one of your midfielders, mate.
So, I've got, but this was a tough one. I started with Ruud Gullit.
Oh,
yeah.
So, I was a bit stuck with him because I didn't realise I didn't know like how far back he went. It was 96, which was still the Prem, apparently. The Prem changed in 92.
Started in 92,
so
yeah.
So I went with Ruud Gullit, but then I switched it to Mascherano.
Oh, okay.
So I've gone with Mascherano. That's what I've got now.
Yeah, you see, I couldn't put Mascherano in my midfield. That's why I put him in my defence, because I've got two other incredible choices. So are we saying that Modric is without a doubt in then?
Yeah, Modric has to be in there.
Okay, talk us through your second choice, Sean.
Xabi Alonso.
That's mine as well. That's my second choice.
Yeah, I've got Xabi Alonso.
Wow, he's just straight in then. Does anything more need to be said?
Get him in.
He was incredible. Do you know Xabi Alonso left Liverpool when Liverpool started saying, I don't remember if it was Julio or if it was Benitez, but saying we need to sign a proper defensive midfielder. Xabi Alonso's like, hello. And Liverpool they spend the whole window flirting, trying to sign Gareth Barry. And then Alonso's like, get me out of this hellhole.
Yeah.
That's mental, yeah. I do remember it, now that you mentioned that, but he went on to a better club, you can argue.
Yeah.
Like a more successful club. I'm not saying bigger club before you start crying. Excellent then. And I think then, Sean, I'm going to have a guess and say that your third midfielder is the same as my third midfielder, Steven Gerrard.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it has to be.
Lovely. That was the bloody easiest midfield to pick out. I would have been prepared to give Xabi Alonso up for Mascherano, but I think Xabi Alonso was a player that was keeping him out of the midfield for me. So
yeah,
I think that's a quick and easy decided one then. Luka Modric, Xabi Alonso, and Steven Gerrard.
Yeah.
Would like an honourable mention, and I know that you guys will all think I'm absolutely batshit crazy here.
Are you going to say an Arsenal player?
Oh, here we go.
Abu Dhabi, honestly.
Oh, fuck me!
If he did not get injured,
right.
What a player he would have been. I genuinely loved Abu Dhabi. He was he was so silky on the ball. I mean, he was injured for like 12 months and he was on his rehabilitation run, and the French team picked him for their national team despite not playing a single game. That's how good Abu Dhabi was.
I'm going to throw in Lee Hendry for an honourable mention.
He's shit.
I can see where you're coming from, but we've just had Xabi Alonso, Gerrard, Modric, and I'm just like, okay.
I was close to putting Rafael van der Vaart in ahead of Gerrard, but I love drinking the tears of Liverpool fans. So
Dear. I've just realised I've not gone through the scroll along the bottom. So there we go. The midfielders are done. The team's shaping up nicely, boys. The team shaped up very nicely, and this is where it got difficult. It took 3 minutes to decide that midfield. That's absolutely mental. Okay, so I'll kick us off with the first forward I've got then. Again, with forwards, we don't do just purely wingers, strikers, whatever. It's just a forward line, okay? So my first choice at forward is going to be the highest goal-scoring striker without a Premier League title, and that's Robbie Fowler.
Okay.
I can see why you'd go Robbie Fowler.
For purely that reason only, he's got the most goals as a player that's not won it. So I think it would be rude to not put him in there. He's not stylistic or anything like that. He's not a fashion icon of any sort, and he's a Liverpool player, so he's not appealing to me. But just based on that, for me, he had to go in.
I believe the Liverpool fans call him God. I think they loved him. He's the most natural finisher. I've heard a lot of people say he's the most natural finisher that England have ever had. Until Mason Greenwood, and then Mason Greenwood went full Mason Greenwood.
Yeah.
What happens to these players, man? Honestly. So yeah, that was my first choice. Aidan, do you want to give us one of your forward choices?
So I've got Luis Suarez. Like he was just fucking class, wasn't he? Like he was a different level. Yeah. He could have won the Premier League if Gerrard didn't slip on his arse. And I just
Chris Campbell.
Yeah.
In what?
And Chris Campbell.
Oh.
You okay?
Yeah, sorry, mate. Fucking this hat is doing my head in.
Yeah, he was featured in our recently uploaded Most Hated 11. So for that reason, he's nothing but an honourable mention to me. But
he's not in your team.
He's not.
My
God.
Oh,
he's not.
Jesus.
Oh my God, he's in my team. Yeah.
Just purely because I hate him. I can see why he's in there.
Oh my God.
But
yeah, personally, I feel like Suarez has to be in there.
He's out of my team for the same reason that Abu Dhabi is in yours.
He's not in my team, but he was an honourable mention.
Okay, so Suarez we can put in then, I think, reluctantly.
I think Suarez has to go in.
Yeah. I loved seeing him cry at Crystal Palace. I loved it.
I loved seeing him at any time, to be honest. But I picked someone else, a Liverpool player, instead of him. It's all Liverpool players. Fernando Torres, I put instead of Suarez.
I've got Fernando Torres as well.
He was brilliant. Like, what more can be said? I think. I don't know. Apart from him, when he rounded De Gea and missed.
Oh God, that was awful, wasn't it?
Lives in my head rent free. But he did round the Barcelona keeper.
Valdez,
at the time.
Wasn't it?
Was it Valdez? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sent Gareth Neville into Cream City. So yeah, that's who I put in instead of Suarez. What about your second choice, Sean?
I've gone for Alexis Sanchez. I think that you guys will give me some grief on this, but Alexis Sanchez single-handedly keeping us in that top 4 place, and he went to Manchester United for £500,000 a week because he was that good. Honestly, he was like a Rottweiler with the ball. He was just it would just never left him. He was phenomenal in terms of quality of player. He was phenomenal.
What day of the week was it you put this 11 together?
Last Sunday.
Last Sunday. Right, guys, don't drink on a school night, okay? It's not good for you. I get what you're coming from, but best 11 to never win a Prem, would you say he's better than these players? Like,
better than Fowler?
Just because you got paid more? Better than Fowler? Are you joking? Just because he got paid more doesn't make
I'm going to throw up violently everywhere.
If you're talking about what his impact. If you make it a 4-3-3 and you want to put 2 wingers and a striker, I'm putting Alexis Sanchez in every single day of the week, and twice on Sundays.
I get where you're coming from. Good player. He never got to his potential at United. Like all the Man United players even said that he was he was the best in training, but it just never worked for him on the pitch.
Yeah, start picking Angel Di Maria.
He could have been. Yeah, he was a phenomenal player as well. World Cup winner.
Yeah, not in the Prem though. He was dog shit in the Prem.
He was dog shit in the Prem.
He
80 goals and 160.
Oh, Sean, you might just cut out. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Di Maria.
Even my mic can cope with that.
Yeah, I was going to say we haven't muted Sean for trying to put Alexis Sanchez in this team. I get where you're coming from, and there was one player that I did cross out Di Maria in my original team, but I thought no. I don't know. I can't put Alexis Sanchez in this team just purely because of the other players we've got. Suarez, I'm happy to concede and give in. My last player from my 3 after Suarez and Torres is David Ginola.
So I've got Bale.
Yeah, you have, haven't you? So he's already in.
Yeah. So we've got Suarez in. Are we agreeing Torres is in? Because me and you had Torres.
So
For
I've got one last.
Yeah. And Sean,
have you guys done
Sean's
both
got
of your
one.
front lines? Yeah.
So it's between you two guys to pick this one because I've obviously had Bale, but he's at left back.
So I've done the dirty and gone for Harry Kane. And I know that he could still win the Premier League.
Yeah.
But I think he's too old now to get another big move. And I honestly think that he will stay at Spurs. I don't think he's going to go to Manchester United. Although, if you look at what Weghorst is doing and what Kane can do,
yeah,
I think that is a perfect transition for Harry Kane to go to Manchester United.
You're not wrong there. I've had that thought for a long time, and I don't like it because it's like you say, it's that coming in deep from the number 9 role, holding up a player and then turning is exactly what Harry Kane does, and that's what Weghorst is doing, like playing a lot deeper.
But do I see Manchester United spunking £100 million on a player who's got paper mache ankles at 30, 31 years old? I don't think so.
But I don't know. That thing with Harry Kane's injury record is, I don't know, it's a bit of a myth, isn't it?
He seems to tail off at the ends of the seasons where his ankles are starting to give way. And he's had a couple of injuries. Was it last season and the season before? And I think that if you're looking at sort of like a risk assessment, if you're a Premier League club, do you spend £100 million on a player that is only going to get worse and his ankles are only going to deteriorate?
I mean, we spent 80 million on Harry Maguire.
But he's got a massive head, so he can header the ball as a defender.
Yeah, well, he can't, but...
We spent 92 million on Anthony.
Was it 92 million?
Was it something like that?
My.
That is shocking.
It was close to, no, what was it, 97 million euros or something like that, I think, with add-ons and everything.
I don't think it's even been worth the 7 million, has it?
But this is the thing, this is completely off topic, but this is the thing with Man United and business. Like, at the very start of the transfer window, Ajax offered Anthony to us and said, right, give us 40 million and he's yours. No, we don't want him. Because they was going for other targets.
Yeah.
They wanted Frankie de Jong. They wanted to get Frankie de Jong done and over the line before they started. That was their policy. We're focusing on our number 1 target. We're getting Frankie. Frankie kept saying, I'm not coming. Kept going for him. And then we had a week left of the window. I was like, right, quick, get Anthony. Yeah, you want Anthony? Yeah. 40 million? No, we got to find a replacement. 90.
Yeah.
And that is Man United Business 101.
Yeah.
Thank you very much to Glazers and Richard Arnold. Anyway, Harry Kane is a great shout, but I don't know. If it's going to be Harry Kane or Alexis Sanchez, then Harry Kane. But
I'll take Torres. I think Torres was a phenomenal striker. If he didn't play those 4 summers in a row, because he played all season and then the World Cup, the
Euros.
Euros. What's the one where the winners of the Euros play the winners of the South Americans and the Oceanias and those?
no, I don't know.
Is it
I don't know.
Copper?
It's not Copa Libertadores, is it? That's the
No,
fucking.
That's just South American.
That's South American, yeah.
It's the one where all the winners play each other, but they played that and then it was back to the Euros again. But he played four summers in a row, bejanked his ankles and knees. He was on a serious amount of drugs to keep up with the pain, and then he moved to Chelsea for 50 million. And Andy Carroll went to Liverpool. That was a good laugh.
Oh,
Andy Carroll, we'll have Andy Carroll in here.
No.
no, Andy Carroll, I can't forgive him. He put Christian Eriksen out for the season, so fuck him.
Oh yeah. Oh.
So who we get? So we've got Ginola, Sanchez, or Kane for the last slot,
Or Fowler.
or Fowler.
I to be honest, I'd put Fowler over. Fowler was my first choice over Torres. The order of my was Fowler, Torres, Ginola.
Mm.
I just think, like I said, Fowler, like you said, he was called one of the best finishers. He's got the most goals of someone who's not won the Premier League. So let's see.
Oh, I don't know. I think Harry Kane beats him on that.
Yeah, but Kane's still got a chance to win it.
Yeah, for me, I'd go Suarez, Torres, Fowler. That'd be my forward 3 out of all of them.
Oh.
A Liverpool front line.
It's purely because, like we say, Kane has still got a chance, and like Andy said, United's transfer policy is fucking dog shit. So they probably will spend 100 million on Harry Kane and scrape a title in 2 years.
As Aidan saying, we're going to win the league. Yeah,
Possibly in 2 years, maybe.
No.
We'll see.
I don't know. I think at the minute it's close between Kane and Osterman, but
I prefer Osterman.
I would.
Is there anybody glaringly obvious that we're overlooking as a striker? Have you got anybody else that you crossed off your lists for strikers?
No.
No.
No, who hasn't won the Prem.
No, I had obviously Bale was up in my forwards. I had Ginola, Suarez, Torres, and Fowler. I didn't look any further than that. Have you got an honourable mention that's glaringly obvious?
Eduardo, we nearly won the title in 2008. If it wasn't for that butchering of was it Dan Smith?
Did you say Eduardo? That fucking where is it? Ecuadorian? Where's he from?
Croatian,
Croatia.
but he was also Brazilian, wasn't he?
The one who had his leg snapped.
Yeah, and I think
that
if he didn't get that injury, he would have been.
Who was it again?
He would have been up there.
Or something. I seem to remember.
Birmingham, I think. I think it was Dan. I think it was Dan Smith. I think Arsene Wenger said. I think Dan. Arsene Wenger said after it he should never play football again. It was a horrible challenge. He snapped his leg straight in half.
It was
never the player after.
It was a horrible challenge. You're right, but
I tell you who we've not got. Alan Shearer.
He won the Premier Blackburn.
Won the Premier. Yeah, you're right.
there was another Liverpool player, but I just felt bad for keep naming them off. There was Ian Rush, who he won the English Division 1, but then when it changed in '92 to the Premier League, he never won one.
All right.
So that was another good shout, Ian Rush. But Zlatan was another one for me as well. Yeah, but I just thought,
oh gosh, yeah.
I couldn't put I couldn't put him above the others. I think just for time spent in the league and what they'd achieved in the Prem compared to Zlatan.
Oh, I think I'd go Zlatan.
I don't think I could. Just for the same reason I crossed out Di Maria. I just didn't spend long enough there to command it. He's the better quality player, I think, but his best time wasn't in the Prem. I don't think. For me, he didn't give enough to be. I don't know.
You won the Europa League with him. And he scored you what? Did he score like 20 goals in his first year at the club in all competitions?
I don't think it was.
I wouldn't say he did too bad.
He didn't do too badly, but
Considering the team he had round him as well. Like, it wasn't your strongest team.
would you put him above? So if we was to say then we've got Torres, Suarez, and either Fowler or Kane, would you put him above any of them?
I'd put him above, yeah.
Above who?
Personally. All of them.
All of
But
them.
he wasn't in your,
All of them. Look,
he weren't in your team.
yeah, no, I forgot about him. I forgot about him. Yeah, I'd go Ibra. Personally. He's done it everywhere. He came to the Prem, he fucking carried United by scoring 20 goals, but when they come second, Mourinho's greatest ever finish, like his biggest achievement, Mourinho said.
Yeah.
Second, Ibra was part of that team. 20 goals, almost won the league. He's won he's not won Champions League, but he's won league titles everywhere he's been. Goals scored galore.
Yeah, he has to go in, really, doesn't he?
I'm just looking at Robbie Fowler's stats, and he was a monster. In his career, 571 appearances, 248 goals, 59 assists.
And some of the goals he scored as well were mental. Like, even that overhead kick against England when he played for Sweden.
Yeah.
Like, some of his finishes. I think his first goal for United, if I'm correct, was against Bournemouth in a 3-1 win. And it was just a really weird finish.
Was it one of his fucking karate kicks?
No, it was like, it went on the bottom corner of the goal. And I can't remember it. I'm going to have a look back at this now. But yeah, some of his finishing was
on about Fowler.
Yeah, I think, yeah. The only reason I didn't put him in was because of his short stint. Like, obviously, with Modric, his best football was never in the Prem, but he was in there for a significant amount of time. That was my only logic, and that's the same reason why I crossed out Di Maria, because he only had a season. So,
you want to know what Zlatan's career stats are? He's 819 career games, 493 goals, 202 assists. He has got
that's fucking mental.
15 red cards, though.
Fucking loves it.
He loves it.
Karate kicks comes to the end when they piss him off.
I was going to say, Casemiro's going to beat that in one season.
Oh, 100%.
I think he's got to go in. He's just got to.
And yeah, me personally, Zlatan's got to be in there.
Yeah.
One of the greatest ever to grace the fucking pitch. In his position.
Mm-hmm. Suarez,
Torres, Ibra. Is that what we're saying?
Suarez, Fowler, Ibra.
Oh, no, I'd go...
You'd go
Torres. Yeah.
Suarez, Torres, and Ibra it is then.
Yeah, lovely.
What
a forward three.
It's nice to get a United player in there.
That's because
I tried with Sanchez.
That's because we were winning the league so often, mate. All right, let's get that written down then. So, here is how the final team lies up. In goal, Pepe Reina. Left back, Gareth Bale. Centre backs, Desai and Sami Hyypiä. And at right back, Kieran Trippier. In the midfield, Luka Modric, Xabi Alonso, Steven Gerrard. And the front line is going to be made up of Luis Suarez, Fernando Torres, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Yeah,
that is
deadly.
Probably one of the better teams so far, I think. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'd say so, yeah.
It'll be good to put the comparison of them side by side, but yeah, that is a fucking deadly looking team to never win a Prem.
You think that team would win the Premier League if it was combined, if that was a proper team?
Yeah, I think it would.
Players in their peak, then...
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't roll out a 45-year-old Marcel Desailly to play alongside a 22-year-old Suarez.
I don't know. I'd be a little bit worried about the defence.
That's because you haven't got Koscielny in there.
And you got Gareth Bale at left back as well. Like he's rolled out a putting mat to practice with his fucking new clubs. But yeah, I don't know. I'd be happy with the attack. I don't know so much about the defense. But yeah, lovely boys. Well, thank you very much. Everyone who watched, if you liked the video, as always, give it a like. We'll be back next time with, it is an overrated 11, but a current 11 of players. So current players in the Prem that we think are just overrated. So tune in for that one very soon. Thank you very much, guys.